Hi everybody, it's Maha Al Musa here and my gorgeous Amina behind me. She's joining me today for our reading of my award-winning world first book, Dance of the Womb, which is all about the beautiful movements of belly dancing for birth, for pregnancy and for using in labour. And my book I published in 2008, actually when I was pregnant with Amina. And it's won an award, the Living Now Book Awards in America, and I was very proud to receive those awards. For the exercise and fitness section, it won gold, and it's been endorsed by Dr. Michel Odent, Sheila Kitzinger, Dr. Sarah Buckley, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. And we have been reading each day this week, and today is day 5, and we will be looking at the chapter on the hands and the arms. And remember, if you'd like to get a couple of free sample chapters, please, you're more than welcome to sign up to my website and receive those sample chapters. And if you are interested in buying it, I've got a very, very special offer on tomorrow, on the last day, day 6, for the hard copy book and the ebook. So keep around that in mind. So yeah, today's chapter is about the hands and the arms for belly dance birth. And the hands and the arms are the sensual, elegant aspect of the dance. And it is the language of touch that we are talking about in this chapter. And as you know, each chapter was prefaced by a story of my life. And this chapter, the hands and arms, which you can see there, that gorgeous photo. I just love that photo of a Palestinian woman and her hands. It's just so meaningful to me. The veins like a map, the map of life, the map of the mother line, the grandmother line, the map of women's stories that we gift to the world, the treasure chest that I actually call our pelvis, and in our hands we take those treasures, we take those jewels and we shine them up, and then we give those to our family, to our children, and we offer them to the world. So the hands are about the giving and the receiving of love, the touch, being touched energetically and emotionally, and physical touch as well. Touching our babies, holding our babies in our arms, rocking our babies in our arms, really honoring our hands and our arms and touching our baby, yeah? Feeling our baby, holding them to our heart. These hands that do so much, being mindful about how we use our hands every day. Our incredible hands, always doing and feeling and touching and expressing. And that is what this chapter is all about, the meaning of the hands and the arms. And often they're the forgotten part of the body, yet they have so much meaning in our lives, our hands. And this story was about the first time I met my mother when I was 33 years of age, and when I actually went to Lebanon to meet her after being taken as a 6-month-old baby. And it was amazing because when I looked at my mother's hands, I saw the shape of my own hands, and it struck me as very deep that here I was sitting with my mother, holding her hand in my hand and looking at her palms that have ridden the wave of 33 years from our separation, as I say. And mine at 33, long, lean fingers with our half moons identically matched, the nail beds deep and slender, whispered pink, a story to be told in our palms. Lines that crisscross the globe, telling of hardship, discovery, pain and transformation. And I sat by the river of mother love, for her milk became my blood, for her sweet milk became my salty tears, forever entwined with one another, no matter the time that had passed between us. For me now this time felt like the flicker of a candle flame, shining a light into my life. To have met and sat with my mother, even for this brief moment, blessed, hand in hand, arm in arm, entwined, was the greatest gift of all. So that is the representation to me in my life and my story of finding and meeting my mum for the first time was the significance of our hands, these hands of love, these hands that touch us deeply in our lives. So when we come to move into the hands and the arms for Belly Dance Birth, we are moving with grace and with poise and with feeling and with expressing all that is within our bodies, with our babies, connecting to our baby, touching our baby in our belly, being mindful in this movement, this meditative dancing movement of the Belly Dance Birth, and especially the hands and the arms. And I say the hands and arms in Belly Dance for Birth, whenever I immerse myself in the hand and arm formations of the birth dance, I cherish the feelings I have toward my mother, symbolically reaching out to her, drawing her toward me, and placing her hands upon my pregnant belly, the sacred journey of us together with the journey of my developing child, to absorb the past, accept the present, and be open to the future. Without her and my Father's divine timing, I would not exist today. And I love that line, because without my mother and without my father, I would not exist. And I love, there's a poem that says, even though my parents were separate, there's a poem that says, on my face, my mother and father are still together. I have my mother's eyes and my father's nose. I love that. And you can touch your eyes, I touch my father, my nose, I touch my mother, and here has created me, this new being, this new soul. So the hands and the arms for receiving, for opening, to giving and expressing all of life. And the hands in birth for reaching down to feel your baby's head crowning. Moments before your child is born, you as the mother, as your perineum stretches to its capacity, as you stretch to open to your capacity to reach down and touch your baby's head, moist and soft. Welcome them into this world through touch. The first to lay hands upon your child. Feel creation one-on-one, for this is truly a unique moment of awakened truth. The hands and arms in Belly Dance Birth are naturally in tune with all the movements of the dance. They are graceful, expanded, imaginative, and gently weave curves around your body as you move from heaven to earth with your baby, connected with that innate wisdom that is within you. The hands and arms are one of your loving assets, cradling your baby to your heart. That language of touch, the first language that we all feel, is the language of touch. And the language of being touched, being immersed by this sense of belonging, this sense of being a part of something greater than ourselves. So we are touched energetically, metaphorically speaking. We are touched by the mystery of life, and we are physically touched by our mother's hands, our father's hands, our family's hands, the hands of life that envelop us in this sense of I belong. I am part of the greater humanity. And that is what birth teaches us as birthing women, that we are part of the micro, the subtle. We are part of the expansion, the macro. We are part of everything. And that is the beauty of spirituality in birth. And for me, the hands really, really represent I am open to receiving all that I need to receive on this journey. And I say in Embody Birth and Belly Dance Birth, I have a 360-degree vision of life. I look at what's in front of me. I look behind me. I look to the side of me. I am open to the circle of life that embraces me and that I embrace within my own womb wisdom. And that is the hands are a reflection of that for me. And when we teach the Belly Dance Birth classes, I love to see the women immersed in the dance of the hands, letting go, not thinking, getting out of that thinking brain, and coming into their hands and arms, respecting and honoring the beauty of who they are and their hands and all their hands do in the world, yeah? And really looking at our hands, really acknowledging and feeling our hands, holding ourselves in our own hands of love, yeah? So many ways to explore the hand movements. And so our first practice is just that, exploring the hands, yeah? Exploring the hands and arms. And actually, an osteopath told me that when we include the hands in the belly dance birth movements, so say we're doing all the pelvic movements, it registers in the brain and it creates further proprioception or understanding of awareness of how my body moves in space. When we add in the hands and the arms in our dance movements, yeah, then we light up those parts of the brain of connection to body awareness. So I thought that was beautiful too, to understand about the movements. And there's some more exploration, some beautiful photos there of me dancing. And in fact, Sheila Kitzinger put some of these photos in her book, Sex and Birth. So I was very proud to be in her book. She really understood the depth and meaning of my dance of the womb, the belly dance birth. And then we have another somatic process and practice, which is stretch and play. So we have a ball of sticky wax, or we imagine that we have this ball of sticky wax and we are stretching out that wax all around the spaces around us, up and down, and again in that 360-degree view as I look forward to my life, as I look to the back of my life, as I look to the side. I have that 360-degree vision of my world, and I am open with my hands to receive all of that. I own my birth. I take responsibility for my birth. I touch my birth. Yeah? I am connected. I am self-referenced. I am autonomous. This is what the meaning of the hands is as well. So there's many beautiful, beautiful practices that you can do as well. And make up your own. Be improvisational. Be spontaneous. As I say, in birth, you cannot choreograph birth. It's not a whole series of steps that you just walk along mindlessly. You are connected intuitively, instinctively to every unfolding moment of birth. Never forget that, okay? Really important to be able to rise to the occasion of birth. Rise to the occasion. What is life showing me now? Thank you, Dasha. Love you too. You know, we have to look at birth in this way, and this is where we're going to change the paradigm of birth, when we bring birth back to women's heart, hands, wombs, and babies. The expert is not on the outside. You are number one. You are the expert of birth with your baby. And I'm adamant that childbirth education has to start with this. It's not someone doing something to you. It's not relying on somebody on the outside. It's not wanting someone to take care of things for you. This is your spiritual rite of passage, your transformation, your expansion as a woman into motherhood. And when we become a mother, we have to meet everything that shows itself to us in every unfolding moment. That's what our children bring us. Remember, babies having this experience with you. Connectedness, mindfulness. This is what the dance of the womb is about. This is what belly dance birth is about. This is what my work is about, this training that I teach in Embody Birth, okay? Connected awareness, body awareness, emotional, physical, energetic, okay? And spiritual body awareness. This is what the dance of the womb is all about. Okay? Tapping into your story, your life, your needs, your circumstances, and bringing birth home back to women. And I would love to see every woman on the planet who is giving birth having this book as part of their, books that they're reading, as well as, of course, number one is your living book is within. Read her. Yeah? Don't ever forget that. Or we often say, in Embody Birth, the living Google is within. Read her. So, you have everything inside of you, as I talk about that map of birth, that template, that blueprint is in you. You've got to go inward, yeah? And you have to find that confidence, take responsibility to vision your birth the way you want it, okay? And you can change your mind too, yeah? You can reassess that. You can reassess that in the birthing room, in the birth field. You can change your mind, okay? So women must understand that when we get connected to our voice, our choices, then nobody can touch us, yeah? No one can touch that deepest part of ourselves that knows birth. I never want you to forget that, okay? And that's what I encourage in Dance of the Womb, my book. Inspiring you, not empowering you. I never use that word. I don't empower anybody. You own your own power, yeah? You own your own power. I don't own it. It's not coming from the outside, okay? I inspire you to find the power within yourself for birth, okay? Receive it from your own body, okay? So if you're interested, you can get a couple of free chapters of my book, and tomorrow on day 6 we'll be looking at the chest movements, and I'll be offering you a very special discount for 3 days on my hard copy and ebook Dance of the Womb. So we'll be back tomorrow for the last chapter reading of the chest movements. And also don't forget, if you are looking for a consultation, I do consultations now all over the world to bring women into that inspiration of the self, the strength, the confidence for birthing, so you can also get in touch. So send me a message, check out my website mahaalmusa.com, leave me a comment. I'd love to engage with you. And yeah, until tomorrow, I'll see you same time here on Instagram, and sending lots and lots of love as we end with Namaste. You have everything inside of you for birth and beyond. Lots of love. Ciao.